In this video, we are going to solve linear equations. We can see three different exercises. Let's start with the first one. The first exercise, or the first linear equation, is 2x plus 8 equals 4. To solve a linear equation, we have to isolate the variable. In order to isolate that variable, we have to apply some math properties. In this case, I'm talking about the property of equality. Then the original linear equation is 2x plus 8 equals 4. To apply the property of equality, we have to add or subtract, in this case subtract, in both sides of the equation exactly the same number. Okay? Remember that our idea is isolate the variable. Then the first is subtract 8 in both sides of the equations. 2x plus 8 minus 8, this 8 minus 8 is going to be 0. Then on our left, we have just 2x. On right, 4 minus 8 is negative 8. Now we have to continue with the same property of equality. We have to divide by 2 on left and by 2 on right. One more time, is because we have to isolate x. X is the variable. Then 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1, and 1 times x is x. Then we have to write just x. On right, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. X is equals to negative 2. Second example of second exercise, 3a minus 5 equals 0. Exactly the same way, the variable in this case is different because for the first exercise the variable was x, in the second exercise the variable is a, but the process is exactly the same. Now, one more time, we have to apply the property of equality. Then 3a minus 5 is equals to 0. Now in this case is negative 5 or is minus 5. Then we have to apply the property but adding in both sides of the equations, plus 5 on left, plus 5 on right. Very well. On left, 3a minus 5 plus 5 is going to be 3a because minus 5 plus 5 is going to be 0. 3a is going to be equal to 0 plus 5 is 5. One more time, the same property of equality, divided by 3, both sides of the equation, a is going to be equals to 5/3. Or you can say also 5 over 3. This is the answer for the second example or the second exercise. Exercise number 3 is a little bit different. It's still a linear equation, but in this case we are involving something special. You can see these sticks over here. They are not parentheses. They are not parentheses. They are or they have a special meaning. In this case, is the absolute value. Okay. Then, if we have to solve a linear equation that involves absolute value, you have to isolate the absolute value first. Okay. Then, from the beginning, we have to assume like the y minus 4, what is inside of the absolute value, is the variable. Okay. Of course, it's not the variable, but from the beginning, from the first step, we have to think that it is the variable. Okay. Then, exactly in the same way, 3 times absolute value of y minus 4. Okay, let's close the absolute value. Plus 8 is equals to 38. Okay, like the other examples, we have to start to isolate the absolute value. Then we have to apply the property of equality. Then we have to save a space to add or subtract the same in both sides of the equation. Then let's do it. Okay, in this case we have plus 8, then we have to subtract 8 on left and 8 on your right. Now just operations. 3 absolute value of y minus 4 plus 8 minus 8 is 0, then equal to 38 minus 8 is going to be 30. Very well. One more time, the same principle, the same property, divided by 3 on your left, divided by 3 on your right. 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1, then the absolute value is going to be all alone. Y minus 4. The absolute value of y minus 4 is going to be equals to, this is a simple division, then 30 divided by 3 is exactly 10. Okay. According to the absolute value definition, we have to analyze two different options or two different possibilities. The first one is is y minus 4 equals to 10. Okay, and also we have to analyze y minus 4 equals negative 10. Okay, now we have to solve each equation individually, and that's it. Then if we apply the principle, the property of equality, then we have to add on left plus 4, and of course exactly the same on right. Then y minus 4 plus 4. One more time, I'm gonna repeat it. We are doing we are applying this principle because we have to isolate the variable. 10 plus 4. Okay, then y minus 4 plus 4 is gonna be just y, because negative 4 plus 4 is gonna be 0, and 10 plus 4 is exactly 14. This is the one answer. Second answer, y minus 4, of course, plus 4, one more time, is equals to negative 10 plus 4. Y is going to be alone on left because negative 4 plus 4 is 0, and negative 10 plus 4 is going to be negative 6. Then we have the second answer. Okay, now if we want to check our answer, that our answer is correct, we have to replace in the original equation, and the equation must be right, must be correct. Then, for example, let's replace the first answer. The first answer is y equals 14. Then y is 14. 14 minus 4 is 10, positive. The absolute value of 10 is 10, because the absolute value is always positive, and the number is positive, then it's not a problem. 10 times 3 is 30, and 30 plus 8 is 38, as the beginning said. That's correct. Now let's prove, or let's check with the second answer, and the situation must be exactly the same. Then for the second option, y is equals to negative 7, negative 6. Then negative 6, let's replace for y. Then negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. The absolute value of negative 10 is 10, and 10 times 3 is 30, and 30 plus 8 is 38. Then we check already that our answer is correct. If you want to check the example number 1 or number 2, you have to do it exactly in the same way. Let's replace the variable. Let's replace your answers in the original equation, and the answer on left and right must be exactly the same. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.